Hello, my name is Kate. Thank you for hopping on this webinar. I am the leader of this webinar, obviously. There is me. This is me. I wanted to just talk about something that I feel very passionate about, and I want to make sure that this resonates with some people and to make sure that everything is clarified that I do want to clarify, and hopefully you guys get something out of this. So as you can see, I'm talking about how broke college students, I put it in quotes for a reason, can create their own successful social media business on Instagram, just like me. So I am actually an independent distributor, and the level that I'm at is Emerald. I'll explain that a little bit more as we go on. So what is it that I do? So as you can see, there's some text there, but I'm just going to go a little bit off track with that because I don't want to read word by word. So it's super simple. What I do is I share plant-based health, wellness, and beauty products that I personally use and love. They're clinically proven. We have celebrity collabs. We've won multiple awards, and I use them every single morning. Basically, I use Instagram and Facebook because I kind of connect the both, and just utilize the products, sharing that I use them, sharing what they do for me, sharing what they do for others, as well as the business opportunity. And by doing the business opportunity, I just expand and post about what it does for me, about what it will do for me, what it's going to do for me in the future, and what it does for my teammates. So I personally love doing this. It's so much fun. And like I said, I'll get more into it. That's the overall. I simply share products that I use and love, and the opportunity that I love. So how did I get introduced into this opportunity? So basically, I am from Pennsylvania. About 2 years ago now, almost, or actually a little bit over 2 years ago, I was reached out by a girl in New York. I've never been to New York at that point in my life, and I got DM'd by her, and she asked me if I wanted to be a product model for her skinny coffee. I was not humble at all. I said basically, yeah, of course, like I will be a model for you. Let me know what it entails. And she texted me the information. And once she talked about the pricing, I was baffled that I had to pay for it, because in the initial message, she never mentioned anything free. I just thought I was entitled to free stuff, which doesn't make any sense. But I said that I couldn't afford it, which was a lie, because I was going to Dunkin' every single day before class, which is like $3 for an iced coffee, and it's bad for you. So I easily could have afforded the coffee that she was offering me. I just didn't want to pay for it all up front, basically. I was just looking at the big picture that it was $39 for a whole 15-day supply, and I was like, that's so much money. To which she offered me the business portion, and I said, oh my God, you do not realize I do not have the time to do this. I'm in college. The amount of times that I hear that and I want to just shake people now is crazy. But I can use my own story and opportunity to tell this story. I remember vividly coming home from class every single day and literally binge watching the TV show Dexter on Netflix. I remember it because it was my favorite show at the time. So I did have the time. I was just lying to myself. And then she proceeded to tell me oh, you actually do, believe it or not. And I didn't want to believe it, but I was like, you know what, maybe I'll give it a shot. And then she told me that there was a sign-up fee. That's when it scared me away. I was like, are you kidding me? No, this is such a pyramid scheme. This is a scam. I never physically told that to her. That's what I just thought in my head. I just ignored her text. And at the time, I literally had no idea what a pyramid scheme is. I'm going to talk about that more in in later slides, but I literally was not educated on that at all. Educated on what a scam really was. I just was taking what other people were saying and putting it into my own story and not really further researching it and just using that as an excuse. So I said that I thought that to myself, ignored her, but I was still following her on social media. I saw that she was promoting. I saw that she was making more money from this crazy business. I saw that she was getting more amazing results, and I just kept lying to myself. I was like, nope, this is all fake. She's photoshopping those results. She's photoshopping those paychecks, stuff like that. And then she kept following up with me, and I would always delete her thread, ignore her text, whatever, but I would still watch her stories and stuff like that. And then one day, she approached me and said that it's half off to join. At the time, I was working at a pizza place. I am 100% financially responsible for myself. So I was paying rent, bills, tuition, you name it, constantly breaking into my savings to be able to afford the necessities. So I never could build a savings. And if you've ever worked at a pizza place, you know that that's not the best amount of money, especially when you have to pay all of that stuff. So I was like, you know what? Let me give it a shot. If I get scammed, I'll get scammed out of $49 and not $99, which is a terrible mentality to have. But I didn't have the actual money, so I did have a little bit of room on my credit card. I had about maybe $55, $54 on my credit card, and decided to just throw it on there. And I only had a few dollars left over afterwards. Clearly it worked. I'm here almost 2 years later, and this is probably the best thing that I've ever done for myself, the best decision I've ever made, all that fun stuff. So this is what I talk to people about on the daily. Some common misconceptions that I've thought about before, that top leaders have thought before, that we hear literally every single day. So I just kind of want to go over them just to clarify some things, speaking from personal experience and clarifying these things, because they are very common misconceptions about what we do, and that's what pushes people away from doing this and changing, even giving this a try to change their life. And yeah, here we go. So the first one is, I don't have time to build a business through social media. Like I say right there, that is a lie. The only thing that we all share in common is having 24 hours in a day. We have the same 24 hours in a day as Oprah, as Beyonce, as all those people, all the successful people, Will Smith, Kevin Hart, all those fun people. It's just how we choose to utilize the time. And you being a college student does not make you special. It does not do anything but use it as an excuse. Do you want to carry on that I'm a broke college student theme in life? No, it's not fun. It's not cool to say. We just need to erase that and make a new statement, because you can change that. You do have the time. I'm a college student. I've been a college student throughout my whole business. If I can do it, you can do it. Literally, it's that simple. And then we have so many college students too, and very time-consuming majors like nursing and stuff like that too. So everybody can do it. It's just a matter of how bad do you want it, how bad do you want to change, and how much effort are you willing to put in. And that's the thing. This is so simple that you can invest this into such small parts of your day and it will pay off. You're on social media anyway, you're on your phone anyway, you might as well just go for it, especially when you're walking to class. That's one time that I utilize working my business. Instead of just walking 10 minutes to campus and scrolling, I work my business. I answer messages, I interact, I post, I do all that fun stuff. I follow people. You can do it when the professor's late to class, when professors cancel class. I know my last semester, my classes were canceled all the time. So I would utilize that hour and a half that I had, or hour and 20 minutes that I had for class time, and just work my business instead. The breaks that I have between classes, I'll stay either on campus, or if I go back to my apartment, I won't take a nap for 2 hours. I will work my business. There is time. You just got to make sure you find it. And that's something that I'm here to teach you do. So moving on to the next misconception is, people will judge me and I'm too afraid to join. Everybody is afraid to join. This is something that is not against the norm, or this is against the norms. So people are very confused on what this is. People are skeptical. People kind of tiptoe around it, and everybody's scared, but it's more of the fact of just taking the leap and giving it a shot. If it's not for you, then it's not for you, but you never know unless you try. So everybody's afraid to join. That's okay. You will break through that little barrier once you do join. But the I'm afraid people will judge me part is what grinds my gears. I thought this maybe for 2 days, but then I realized these people are not paying my bills. If you're really judging me for bettering my life, then you don't need to be in my circle. It's as simple as that. That's all I have for that, because it's truly a matter of who cares, literally. Just who cares what other people think. They're not paying your bills. They're not going to help you get through college. They're not going to help you pay your student loans. They're not going to help you pay your electric. They're not going to help you pay your rent. None of that stuff. Put gas in your car. Yeah, not happening. So who cares what they think? The next one is, they don't start because they don't know what they're doing. Do you think anybody knew what they were doing, especially not even just with this company and this business in general, literally with anything new? Did you know how to learn to ride a bike? Or did you know how to ride a bike before you learned? Did you know how to drive a car before you learned? But no, you learned, and that's what this is. I give you the roadmap for success, and we learn as we go. So it doesn't matter if you don't know business, if you don't know social media, you literally do not need to have anything except to be 18 and over, be coachable, and have a smartphone. Other than that, everything else is down the drain. It does not matter. So back to the pyramid scheme. Like I said, I was skeptical for 5 months straight, actually. I avoided this, and that's the only thing I regret in this business is not joining sooner. But you know what? It is what it is. So people say, this is a pyramid scheme, this is a scam. What? And then I ask people, like, what makes it a pyramid scheme? And they leave me on red. They ignore me because they don't have an answer. A pyramid scheme is the thought and idea of getting paid for basically no effort, which that's not real life. You don't get paid just to do nothing. And also the promise of payment through recruiting teammates. We don't get paid for recruiting. There's different ways we do get paid, but recruiting is not one. And also the promise of a product and pay without having a physical product. There's that. Like, we have physical products, amazing ones, like I said before, clinically proven, celebrity collabed, award-winning products. So there's that. Also, pyramid schemes get shut down almost immediately. We've been open for close to 20 years now. We've been mentioned on Forbes. Like, there's stuff to back it up. I've seen these people in person. There's conferences twice a year. I'm going to one soon. I've been to the last two last year, and it's amazing. They're real people. This is real, real stuff. So before you judge things thinking it's a pyramid scheme, get your education straight first before judging stuff. That's just in everything with life too. The next common misconception is I don't know enough people, and everybody around me is a broke college kid too. Well, how about you make the change, make the movement like I'm trying to do, and get that erased. Nobody wants to be a broke college student. Like, it's not fun to say, it's not fun to have, it's not fun to do. There's no need for it, really, at all. And not knowing enough people does not matter because we're open in 26 countries. I've expanded my customers to Australia and Canada. I've never been to either of those places, but with the power of social media, you can do amazing things and help us so many people. It does not matter who you already know, who you already follow, who already follows you. It's not the matter of that at all. It's more of reaching out and expanding your network and all that fun stuff. So there are people that want this, and it doesn't matter who you already know. That's fine. The next one is, like you see, I know somebody who did this and it didn't work for them. That doesn't matter. You're not them. You are an individual person. You have different wants. You have different needs. You have different goals for yourself. You probably have a different work ethic. They probably joined for a get rich quick thing, and that's not what this is. This is a business. Businesses take time and effort, and effort. So yeah, effort. I want to emphasize the effort. You literally have to put in effort in order to make money. They probably gave it a try for maybe a week or a month and quit because they didn't get $5,000 in their bank account. Well, they're expecting $5,000 without putting the work of $5,000. That doesn't add up. If you want $5,000, you got to work for the $5,000. This business works if you do, and it's clear as that. Stop judging yourself off of other people. We're adults. Like, try something for yourself. Be you. So another thing, not a common misconception, but something that I wanted to touch on that I get a lot is I'm not good at posting. I don't have a big following. All that good stuff. I'm not good with social media. I don't have social media. That is totally fine. Like I said before, all you need to be is over 18, have a smartphone, and be coachable. As you can see on the left is my profile when I first joined. A mess. Literally a mess. But you know what? I was trying, so that's all that matters. My pictures do not match. They're all over the place. They have text on them, which is very unattractive. Yeah, I laugh every time I do that. But you know what? It's good to keep because it shows the growth that you have. And if you see on the right, that is my current profile. I have a nice bio. I have highlight covers. Everything's coordinated. I have a preset, which basically color coordinates all of your pictures together. I have a schedule where every Saturday I post an IGTV. So it's very coordinated. it's not all over the place. I don't have text on pictures like that. Yeah, I have a text on like describing the IGTV, but like it's very coordinated. Everything's color coordinated. Everything is together and one. So like I said, you'll learn. It's a trial and everything. And as long as you are willing to grow and put in time, that's all that you need. A lot of things I get to is, how much money can I make? How much money can I make? Okay, it's different than what we're used to. We're used to clocking in, working for X amount of hours and getting paid per hour. With a business, you don't get paid per hour. So it's not like, okay, well, if you work 7 hours out of your day, you're going to get $120, whatever it is. You work based off, or you get paid based off of your efforts. As you can see, I inputted an income disclosure chart. Right now, I am at the rank of Emerald, which averages around $1,000 a month. Again, these are all averages. You can make under, you can make way over. At the end of the day, it comes down to you and what efforts that you put in. So right now, I'm actually I just need the sales basically to make the next rank, which is Diamond. That is what I'm shooting for right now, which is averaging $2,000 a month. So you can literally make as much as you want or as little as you want. It all comes down to you and your efforts. So if you see the little chart that says active distributor monthly average, you can look at that and then go from there. And if you need an extra $200 a month, you can go for executive and we can work with that, etc., etc. Obviously, we all want to be at the Ambassador Diamond, like it says, making 24,000 plus a month, which is mind-blowing to think about, but people do it and they put in the work to get there, so you totally can. It's just, like I said, it's the matter of time and effort that you want to put into your paycheck, and you will get paid off of that. So like I threw up, this is some examples of girls and leaders that I have met on my team that were tired of living that exact broke college student life. Nobody wants to live that, so they made a change. So I'm going to talk very briefly about each of them. So we can work from the left over. The first picture that you see is my leader, Carly. She's 24 years old. She just became a mom. She is a wife and a puppy mom too, of course. Before this business, she was working full-time, 65 plus hours a week. She was a full-time college student at the New York Fashion Institute. So, and then she was commuting over 4 hours a day just to get to school. She was over it. She was over just getting by, working over 65 hours a week, and commuting that much time. And she was just tired of not having the time to go for that and not having time for herself, not having time for her family or anything like that. So she decided to join this business. She decided to utilize her 4-hour commute a day and really work this business and put in time into it. And now she is at the third highest rank of the company. So I will go back. So she is at triple diamond right now. So she is averaging around almost $10,000 a month right now. So that's awesome for her. So there's that, somebody who made a change in their life. And then if we work our way over, that is Cassie. She is actually the number 3 income earner of the whole company right now, and she is just freshly 25 years old. Crazy, right? Before she joined, let me go back. So she's actually at the Ambassador to Diamond. So that's averaging $24,000 a month at 25 years old, freshly 25 years old too. Let me add that. She joined when she was just 20 years old. So she's only a little bit over 4 years in this company. She joined working many part-time jobs. She was a nanny. She cleaned houses. She did like a lot of small little jobs around the house, around her town. She worked at a tanning salon. She was actually like almost freshly married too, so she was very young. She was in school. She changed her major 3 times. She just was unclear of what she wanted to do with her life. Then she found this business and literally just skyrocketed. She's, like I said, the number 3 income earner in this whole company. Her and her husband work this. They live a life of freaking luxury in Florida. She's from Connecticut. They moved to Florida, built her own home. She lives on constant vacation, and literally is the goal of this whole thing. Like, she's amazing, and everybody's such a sweet and kind soul too, may I add. So she is Ambassador Diamond, but she definitely makes way over the average. Being the number 3 income earner of the whole entire company, which is amazing. Next, we have my friend Natalie. She is 22 years old, joined as a college student selling her plasma to make it by. Crazy. She was a student athlete as well, a psychology major. She just graduated, but she's where I'm promoting to right now. So she was tired of it and tired of donating her body parts to just make money. So she now is at a diamond, and she's a diamond leader, so that's averaging around $2,000 plus a month, which is amazing. She was just tired of living that broke college student life and wants to pay off her debts. So she's working her way to double diamond to average around $5,000 a month. And then last we have Nayara. She is also 24 years old. She was actually just inducted into our Millionaires Club of the company, so she's literally a millionaire. She is actually, she's from the same town as the girl Cassie that I was talking about. So she moved from Connecticut. She built her own house. She has a dog. Literally, she was tired of living that life. She was going to college full time, working 2 part-time jobs that she hated, and she was commuting back and forth to school. So like, she was tired of not having extra time, not having extra money, and just literally living that broke college student life. So she decided to make a difference. They both dropped out of college, and not saying drop out of college because like I'm not doing that, but I'm just saying that you can still be successful doing that. And now she's a millionaire at 24 years old. So it just shows what how much, like, if you just put some grind and effort into things, you can make a change for yourself and your life. So just real quick, going over what I've gotten out of this business within the 1.5 years that I've been in it, and like something that you guys can get out of it as well. As you can see, I've increased my social media knowledge, which is awesome. It's fun to know more depths about this thing, especially when you find a lot of interest in it. I've increased my online presence. I have multiple profiles. So between my multiple profiles, I have about like 14,000 followers, which is crazy to think about, that I'm connecting with that many people a day. I've been increased in my confidence. I am such an introvert. I'm afraid to talk in front of classes, but being online and going live and talking to my followers gives me such a rush and excitement, and just increases my like confidence overall with just talking about the products that I love and talking about the business opportunity and just things in general. I don't care what I look like when I get on my camera, and 2 years ago, I definitely would not have done that at all. I was so afraid to go live for the first time, and it just really grows you as a person. An increase in my health using the products. I use so many products daily, and I just feel a difference in my energy and just my overall like wellness, which is awesome. A growth of my mind, something that we do every single day that we're not taught in normal school, is self-development, really connecting with yourself. It sounds very spiritual and woo-woo, but at the end of the day, if you tell yourself you can't do something, then you literally cannot do it. But by doing self-development, you really dig deep into yourself and realize that like life can be and should be lived on the positive way of life, and why not? Growth of friendships. I love the friends that I have made through this company. I am not the type to have a lot of girlfriends because the people around me, just, we're not on the same wavelength. I like to, you are who you are surrounded with, and the girls that I grew up with that are in my area, we're not on the same level of mindset. But by being in this company, I've met so many like-minded girls, and they're from all over the country, which is amazing. We connect via Zoom, phone calls, FaceTimes, conference events that we meet in Florida, which is so amazing, because having the up-leveling friendship and uplifting friendships is amazing. These are some things that I have been able to afford since I've been in this business for almost 2 years now. I upgraded my car from a 2002 Volvo. Great car, loved her first car, but she wasn't running for much longer. I upgraded to a 2015 Ford a Ford Fusion. It has a touch screen. I was in love. It was great. And I did that 4 months into my business, so I was very confident in it. I've paid rent, bills, tuition, all that fun stuff on my own. Within the last 9 months, I've traveled to Florida twice, New Orleans, and California for a week, and I was able to support my funds to go there and while I was there. And then, of course, the basic daily wants and needs: gas, food, groceries, deodorant, all that fun stuff. I do it stress-free. And I've really found my passion. I've really found something that I truly love doing. I am a college student. I am graduating in May, but I am a communications major, so it kind of relates. But I never really found something that I truly wanted to do with my life. A lot of people want to be news anchors and production agents and PR agents and all that stuff. And I was never like, I was just clueless. And if I didn't find this before I graduated, I would be like, I don't know what I want to do. But for the last year and a half, like, I really have found my passion. I love helping people. I love social media. I love being creative. And why not get paid for it? So overall, you can do it. You can be like me. You can be like all of the other people that I showed you. And those are just 4 minor examples of the billions and trillions and gazillions of people. That's an exaggerated number, but of girls that are in college or were tired of living that broke college kid life and really just wanted more for themselves. So you can do it. There's no need for a struggle. Like I said there, you don't have to pay off your student loans till you're 72. Like, there's a lot of people that struggle with their student loan payments, and I'm making it a goal for myself to pay off all of my student loans by this year, before I turn 23. I turned 23 in November. My motto is financially free by 23, and I know with this business I totally can, and that's around like $30,000 in debt that I am right now. So yeah, I know, like, I'm confident in my work ethic and I'm shooting for it, and I know I can totally do it. You do not have to live paycheck to paycheck. Like, it's not fun to do that. You don't have to do it. You don't have to struggle. Literally, the only way you can make a difference in your life is if you start now. Start doing something different now. Stop complaining now. Overall, like I said, you can do it. So thank you so much for hopping on this webinar. If you have any additional questions, I did link my Instagram. You can go ahead and shoot me any questions that you like. Hopefully everything was straightforward. I know that I talk very fast, but I had fun doing this, and I just want to say thank you again so much for hopping on, and I will hopefully talk to you guys in the future.